buttercream today for our semi-naked cake that we're doing for a wedding. So I've got the butter all whipped up together here, nice and soft. And I'm going to put the powdered sugar in. All right, so we're doing a double batch. So we have 2 cups of butter and 2 packages of powdered sugar. And then we will have 4 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then approximately 14 tablespoons of milk. So yeah, I usually will put 1 bag in, I'll mix it up, let it kind of come together. It takes it a minute sometimes. And while I do that is when I'll usually grab the milk out of the fridge. Milk in as this is mixing. That helps it to come together more. So once I've done that, I will grab my teaspoon measure, put my salt in, turn this up just a little bit, let it go a little faster. Two teaspoons of salt. My salt's getting low. Okay, there's 1. And 2, okay. And then we'll put our vanilla in, and look at how beautiful that's looking so far. Pretty buttercream. So when I was a kid, my grandparents went to Mexico and got Mexican vanilla, and my mom used that a lot in her baking, and it was delicious. Oh, put a little extra in there. So since I don't go to Mexico, I searched out a lot of different vanillas because I'm kind of picky when it comes to vanilla. And I found this one that is a Mexican vanilla blend, Molina. Delicious, very good vanilla. So if you're searching for a good vanilla to bake with, that one is very good. Milk. So we'll put this second bag in. So the reason why I do it that way is because if you put them both in and just let it go, tends to make a mess. So just trying to avoid some of the mess. Sometimes it still splurts out, so I try to kind of even it up. And then I'll actually leave my mixer down for a minute and just kind of mix in a little bit so that it doesn't just blow up outside of my mixer. Because it is 2 batches, so it's quite a bit of buttercream. So I'll do that, let that mix a little bit, then I'll pull it up and hope it doesn't explode. Let's see. All right, no explosion, we like that. All right, so 7 more tablespoons of milk. I may have spoken too soon for the non-exploding. 2, 3, 4, and 7. Okay, put 1 more tablespoon of milk in it. It's a little bit thick for what I like, especially doing a naked cake. You don't need it to be super, super thick because you're wanting that thin look on the outside of your cake. So let's put 1 more tablespoon of milk. Okay. Then we'll run it again and see how that does. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. It's a little softer, a little more pliable. That should do really well for our cake. And that's it. So we're gonna start with the largest tier. This is a 10-inch tier. And we're gonna put the filling in the middle, and we'll put the second section of it on. They've already been trimmed. Kenny did that previously as they cooled. And so they're pretty ready for just being buttercreamed on this layer and then put together. Didn't want, they didn't want a lot of filling, a lot of buttercream in the middle. So that's how we're doing that. I want to make sure that I have a good amount on the edges. Come all the way around the edges. And just make sure we have it nice and put it like this. So since we're doing a semi-naked cake, I'm trying to make the color on the cake most visible. So this particular tier has a little more color on it, so it will show on the edge. We'll show around here. As you can see, the lower level of cake is a little bit lighter. So we're going to use that as the semi part. And this will be the naked part. All right. So now that we've got these together, to do the semi-naked cake, I do have a nice large offset spatula. That's what I will be using to smooth out the outside of this tier. So we'll definitely put a nice amount of buttercream on here so that we can get it nicely coated, and then smooth that and have some areas that are naked. Who doesn't want to see a naked cake? All right, so we'll smooth this around, and then these parts on the side, we'll just start kind of pulling the buttercream down, making sure it's nicely coated, and then also